A pleasant day to everyone. Today we are presenting our Project eBike, enhancing basic distributions and retrieval of learning materials in kicking learners' enthusiasms in the learning in Noveleta Elementary School for school year 2020-2021. This project composes of the following proponents: Gemma D. Borja, Rosario S. Bautista, Cammela C. Andujare, Evelyn D. Torres, and Sonia S. Calinog. Rationale. In performing modular distance learning, there must be proper coordination with the school, teachers, and the parents of the learners. It is indeed important that the school evaluate and make proper communication in order to achieve the objective of giving the essential learning competencies needed by the pupils in every quarter. In lieu of this, there are other factors that contribute in the progress or perfect handling of this system, which lead to the delayed retrieval of the learning materials and answer sheets of the learners. In this manner, the proponents of this study would like to attempt and to identify the factors that may contribute to delayed communication in getting the learning materials and late retrievals of the answer sheets or the performance tasks of the pupils to the advisors or subject teachers assigned. The result of this study can be used for the continuous improvement of the school by making action plan and follow the necessary activities needed for the progress of the school management system in the distributions and retrieval in this time of new normal.
Key literature. The Department of Education introduced the modular distance learning, which features individualized instruction that allows learners to use self-learning modules in print or digital format, electronic copy, whichever is applicable to the learner. Learners under modular distance learning can also use other resources such as learners' materials, textbooks, activity sheets, study guides, and other study materials. Place Malay. In the research conducted in Leyte University, Philippines by Verde, Feliciano et al., after preparing the modules, the teachers are tasked to distribute them to the students. To avoid the risk of the COVID-19 pandemic, the schools implemented a system of delivery and retrieval. One of the secondary schools in Tacloban used e-Academy stations where the parents or guardians are the ones who will get and pass the module. The said stations are situated in the nearest area where the students are residing. Some e-Academy stations are with the barangay halls where there is an assigned teacher. Methodology. The participants of this research are the learners from kinder to grade 6 who are continually late during the distribution and retrieval of their learning materials and answer sheets or performance tasks. The researchers gather the data from the teachers and parents and guardians through interview, questionnaires and surveys, and documents and records. The researchers conduct an interview to all teachers to gather or solicit information needed in the study. We also conduct a survey and distribute questionnaires to the parents or guardians of learners to identify factors and underlying problems encountered by them. We also collect the accomplished documents and records by the advisors during the distribution and retrieval to identify the number of respondents needed in this study. This study is conducted with the voluntary participation to the respondents and people who will be part of this study. Consent from the respondent and volunteers is presented in this research. Confidentiality and anonymity is practiced in the whole process of this study. An interview was given to parents to identify the causes or reasons of late submission of the performance task or answer sheet of the learners. Questionnaires and survey forms are also given to determine the data needed. Documents and records from the teacher advisors are gathered in order to identify the number of learners needed in this study. Quantitative type of research will be used in this study where there are data to analyze through numerical comparisons and statistical inferences. Data will be reported through statistical analysis.
Findings: number of pupils who are late in receiving and submitting learning materials. The table shows that there are 46 learners from kinder to grade 6 who are continuously late in getting and submitting learners' materials from their teachers. The following factors causes claiming and submitting the learner's materials late. Maraming gawain sa bahay. Hindi nabasa ang mensahe ng guro tungkol sa araw ng pagkuha at pagbabalik ng module, sinagutang gawain. Walang pamasahe papunta sa paaralan. Hindi pa natatapos ang pagsagot sa module. Natatakot lumabas dahil sa pandemya. Walang maiiwan sa bahay para mag-alaga sa mga anak. And nagtatrabaho ang magulang or guardian, which takes the highest frequency. The table shows that there is a significant difference between the result of numbers of pupils who fail to get and submit their learning materials. There is a decrease in number of those who claimed and submitted late when the learning materials were distributed in learners' houses and dropout point in barangays. During the last 2 weeks of fourth quarter, there are no longer pupils who failed to submit their learning materials.
For the implication of this research, the implication of the study is that it is important to identify the causes why learners fail to submit and get their learning materials and answer sheets on time. The coordination and cooperation of support partners such as GPTA officers, barangay officials, and volunteers are truly a great help. For the conclusion, effective system of distributions and retrieval with the help of the support partners such as GPTA officers, barangay officials, and volunteers contributed well in the enhancement of learning materials distributions and retrieval. Close monitoring made learner submission on time and decreased the number of learners who get the learning materials late. For our recommendation, continuous improvement in school is truly important in order to enhance the distributions and retrieval of learning materials this time of pandemic. The coordination and help coming from the support group is such a great help to overcome the problem in the late submission and retrieval of learning materials and answer sheets of learners in school. In this manner, the researchers recommend that coordinating with support group will truly help problems that may arise in school and at the same time build strong relationship with them for the betterment of our dear learners. The school administrators and teachers may modify Project eBike for further enhancement of the program. Lastly, other researchers may also use this research for further or future references. And these are the references we have in our Project eBike. Enhancing basic distributions and retrieval of learning materials in kicking learners' enthusiasms in learning in Noveleta Elementary School for school year 2020-2021. Again, good day and God bless.